Yo, how's it going everybody? And welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be going over the FIFA 16 new career mode features. And trust me, I cannot wait for FIFA 16 career mode now I've seen these. These new features could change the whole game of career mode completely in my opinion. But we're going to start off with something that doesn't really affect career mode. Well, it does affect career mode, but it wasn't under new career mode features. And that is all of the new stadiums that are going to be introduced in the game. There's 9 new stadiums. First one is Mönchengladbach, Borussia Mönchengladbach, their stadium, Borussia Park, their stadium will be in the game. The next stadium, obviously the 3 new Premier League team stadiums will be in the game, so there's Norwich City's Carrow Road. The next stadium is CenturyLink Field, which is home of Seattle Sounders FC, and I think I know why they've added this one in. I'll get into that in a little bit. The next stadium is El Monumental, which is the home stadium of River Plate in Argentina. Now, we already have Boca Juniors Stadium in the game, so why not have River Plates in there as well, and theirs looks a whole lot better. Next one is Portsmouth Stadium, Fratton Park. Now, if you don't know, the reason why this stadium was added in is it was a tribute to one of the creative directors, I think, at EA, who sadly died, and he was a massive fan of Portsmouth. So as a tribute, they've added Fratton Park into the game. The King Abdullah Sports City, which is home to Al Ittihad and Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia, that looks lovely, that stadium does. It's massive. The Stade Velodrome. Now, I think this was already in the game in FIFA 15 and past FIFAs, but during, I think, the course of FIFA 14 and FIFA 15, the Stade Velodrome has undergone a massive renovation, and it's had a roof put on it, and it looks absolutely amazing. Because, like I say, I think the original Stade Velodrome was in FIFA 15. I could be wrong on that, but it looks brilliant. Just look at it. The next one is Watford Stadium, Vicarage Road. That looks nice. I love the fact that, you know, Watford have just had a new stand built as well. That one on the right there. I mean, they've managed to just do everything perfect. You know what I mean? And the final stadium, and the personal favourite of mine, is Bournemouth Stadium. Now, I bet you're thinking, why is this your favourite? Face it, Bournemouth Stadium is not a Premier League stadium, is it? It's more like a Championship/League One stadium. But I really like how they've managed to get the stadium so perfect. And also as well, if you look on the very far left next to the floodline, at Bournemouth Stadium they have like pictures on the inside of the stands of like from a game or something. Just look on the left, they've nailed that perfectly. And also as well, just another word on the stadiums. Even though they were relegated to the Championship, Burnley's, QPR's and Hull stadiums will still be in the game, so that's interesting. Right, on to the first proper change to career mode, and it's a massive one, and it's pre-season tournaments. Now, I've just taken some snippets from the website just to for you to read. And basically, in real life, in the summer months, all the major clubs go around the world and prepare for the next season. And prior to a given season, your club will be invited to 3 out of a possible 9 tournaments which will be played in either Asia, Europe, Latin America or North America. This is one of the reasons why I think they added Seattle Sounders Stadium into the game, because if you go to North America, you've got their stadium to play in then. And the prize purse you get from these tournaments gets allocated to your transfer budget. So basically, let's say I'm doing a career mode with Roma, like I'm doing now. Basically, if I will get invited to 3 tournaments, and it says there the potential prize money you could get from winning it. Now, obviously, the better tournament you play with the higher quality teams, the more money you will earn playing in those tournaments. So if I'm Roma and I'm playing in that Asian Elite Cup, I could win 11.5 million euros. Whereas if I was someone like Bournemouth, I will get invited to, nothing against Bournemouth by the way, I'll get invited to a tournament with not such high quality teams in, and there would be less money on offer, but there'd still be money. This is a game changer, because it gets rid of all those boring friendlies you get at the start of the season, which absolutely nobody plays whatsoever. And now it makes it a little bit more interesting because you can win money. You can win extra money to do transfers with, which is very interesting. Right, the next change is even bigger, I think, and it's player training. Now, as you know, in past career modes, you have to play your players in matches as much as you can to grow them as much as you can. Not anymore, you don't. Each week, you can select up to 5 squad players to train from a number of training drills, each focused on developing specific attributes. So as you can see here, I've kind of magnified Herman's stats and overall. Basically, based on his training, he is 81 overall. That's the overall on the left. The overall on the right is what his next overall will be, should he actually get to it. And this green bar, I've changed it to green because you couldn't really see the blue one. This bar is basically the progress he's made. The progress he's making towards becoming an 82 overall. Apologies if you heard that then, the phone just rang halfway through recording. So what I was saying was, I've basically magnified Herman's card here, or whatever it's called. Flip's sake. And then someone just knocked at the door. Brilliant. So again, I'm showing you Herman's card here, and basically there's his overall on the number on the left is his actual overall right now, and then this bar is his progress towards the next overall. So it's 81 rated, and the bar is his progress towards becoming an 82 rated player. And then underneath are his stats, which basically are the same thing. He's got 85 dribbling, and there's his progress because towards becoming an 86 dribbler. That made no sense. But basically, the training helps them to improve that. And what I know as well is if your players are lower overall, it doesn't take them as long to grow as higher overall players, which is pretty realistic, I have to say, because if you had Messi, for example, and he was 93 rated, and he grew by 4 in a season just from training him, that'd be OP as hell, because he'd be 97 rated then. So yeah, that's the training. And basically, it says the aim here is to allow for greater growth in youth squad players and create more value at the club. So, if I was doing, for example, a Chelsea career mode, and I was training, and I wanted to train Diego Costa, and I also wanted to train Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek will grow quicker, and his value will go up more, and so would his overall. Costa wouldn't. But yeah. It's a good way of growing your young players without actually having to play them in games, because if you're Chelsea, you're not going to play someone like Loftus-Cheek every game because he's only 56 rated, whereas Diego Costa's 86 rated. So this is a good addition. And also as well, this is linked to the 2014 World Cup game because it's basically the same sort of concept. In the 2014 World Cup career, you had training every week or something, and it helps boost your players' attributes. This is exactly the same thing, pretty much. So the next feature isn't a massive one, but they've labelled it as Story of the Season, where basically you're going to get little graphics and stuff like that, which show you a comparison between two players. Now on this screenshot, there's no how many goals they've scored or how many assists they've got or their overall rating for the season. But basically the commentators all talk about the two players to watch in the game, or they'll talk about match stats between the two teams. So Chelsea against Man City, for example, on the screenshot. Oh, Manchester City lost last time they came to Chelsea, and it was an embarrassing defeat or whatever. I can't remember if it was, but it was a loss, I'm pretty sure. But it will reference to, it says here, it will reference to a wider context of league standings, which means they'll talk about the team and they'll talk about where they are in the league and how good they're doing and stuff like that. So it's a little feature added, but it's one of those little things added to career modes that just makes it that little bit better. Now some other additions. Now these additions are actually quite cool, and I think that they will really help career mode forward. The first one is free agents. You will now be able to sign free agents outside of the transfer window, which is fantastic. If you're a lower league team and you have like a lot of injuries in the middle of the season, you can just go and get a free agent to fill in the space for now. I don't think it'll work as well for bigger teams because the free agents aren't exactly the big quality. Scout reports. Scout reports are now available for a calendar year, so when you scout a player and you see their overall rating and all that, in FIFA 15 it lasts for 3 months, whereas in FIFA 16 it will last for a whole calendar year, so it will finish on the same day in the next year that you started it. The transfer budgets are now more realistic, and the money that you get, the transfer budget that you get at the start of the next season is affected by what you do in the previous season. So in FIFA 15, if you had to spend all your money in FIFA 15, otherwise it's gone. So if you had like 10 million in the first season and you spent 1 million of it and you had 9 million left, the next season you get a transfer budget of like 8 million or something like that, which is basically wasted money. If FIFA 16, a percentage of your previous budget is going to get carried over to the next season. So if you had 10 million and you spent like 3 million and had 7 million left, you'd probably get like 15 million at the start of the next season. And it's also based on your season objectives. So if your objective was to avoid relegation, but you managed to finish mid-table, you'll get an extra bonus money. You'll get more money for the start of the next season. It's quite cool. There's changes to loans as well. Short loans are now 6 months long. Why were they 3 months in the first place? I don't even know. That's way too short. And also, they've now added an option for a 2-year loan. As you know, a lot of players recently have been going to clubs on 2-year loans, like Torres, Churchy, Manquillo to Liverpool, although that one's done. So if a player gets injured, for like 6 months or something, you could just get another player on a 2-year loan, but then keep that player for the rest of the next season as well. And also as well, if, for example, if you're doing a YouTube series, a YouTube career mode series, and you're only doing 2 seasons of it, you don't have to buy any players. You just get them all on 2-year loans and not spend a single penny of your transfer budget. Subs in friendlies, you can now make unlimited substitutions in friendly matches. Finally, Football Manager nailed that years ago. Finally, EA, you can do it with EA with friendly matches, which is brilliant considering they've added the friendly tournaments, and it's going to be more friendly matches as well. The transfers are going to be more realistic as well. As you know, in real life, you only get 2 or 3 big moves in a season, whereas in FIFA 15, every single season you get Aguero moving to Real Madrid, Lloris going to Juventus, De Gea going to Real Madrid as well, and Dzeko going to Roma or Arsenal or someone like that. They've tuned the number of those, so they won't happen as frequently, I should think. EA have now got a partnership with the Bundesliga or something, so now in career mode you will see all the Bundesliga scorecards, graphics and everything like that, just like the Premier League has in FIFA 15. You won't get all the stadiums, but you'll get all the graphics, which I think is pretty cool. And also player values have been adjusted, so they will match real world transfer market value. So that probably means that Messi's going to be about 150 million, but it doesn't really matter, does it? That means Benteke is going to be worth like 35 million. No, it's not. It's not going to mean that at all. But you know what I mean. Alright guys, so that's going to end the video there. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video explaining the new FIFA 16 career mode features. I will do one on Ultimate Team as well, although I can't wait for career mode. This is going to be an insane career mode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit that like button down below and subscribe to my channel for more FIFA 16 content. And until next time, thanks so much for watching.